Abhinandan is saying Singapore. Now debate will start. Abhinandan, Ramakrishna. So last class, we have discussed creation of EC2. Okay, before that, I ask you guys to create an account. Don't worry. If you are facing the issue, tomorrow I'm going to show you. I'll just create one Gmail account. See here, the creation of account, the unique identifier is a Gmail. Okay, if you, whatever they are giving the 750 hours and the free tier, if you are already used that free tier, you can create one more Gmail account. You can create AWS account, fresh account. Okay, the old one is going to suspend. No need to pay anything. But don't misuse the platform. Okay. If they are giving like that, means don't create 10 Gmail accounts, forget password, don't misuse. You just utilize the source. Okay, utilize the source. Don't misuse the source. If you misuse the source as a AWS engineer, others also doing the same thing, right? So, okay. So EC2 instance types. Okay. My screen is visible, guys, online? Online team, anyone please confirm? Okay, thank you. Okay, if I'm talking about server, we know few components are there in the server. What are those, guys? Application, yes. OS, hardware. Okay, hardware. So we can consider RAM, CPUs, one CPU, just for example, 1 GB RAM. This is T2 micro type. T2.micro. Instance type an example, okay? Instance type. Okay. Okay, so we have a different instance types in AWS, okay, based on the performance. Okay, so we are calling just instance families here. Okay, generally in the instance families are 4 types. Okay, what are those? I'm just writing here. General purpose type, CPU based, optimized type, memory optimized type, storage type EC2 or type. Next, accelerated type. Okay. Okay, guys, these are the types we have in the AWS. They are providing EC2 families. So what is general purpose, CPU based, memory optimized, storage type, accelerated type? So based on the application of usage, based on the server usage, we are going to opt these type of types. Okay. General purpose is nothing but, so RAM and CPU both can vary. Okay. The application depends where both can vary. So let's suppose if I take one CPU, one RAM, okay, the application should consume both in equal manner. Okay, so it's not like that this application will consume CPUs are more, RAM will less. It's not like that. Okay, the both can vary simultaneously. Okay, if I'll take a application where both can vary CPU, RAM parallelly, we can consider general purpose. Okay, let's suppose if I need a 2 CPU, so accordingly RAM also can increase. If you can choose the EC2 types, just let me log in and I will show you. Okay, see if you can go instance type here. Instance type, if you can see here, no? What? I'm not understanding. Oh, yours. Okay, instance types. See if you can see T2 micro is 1 CPU, 1 GB. If I'll change my T2 medium, T2 large, so accordingly is if you can see CPU vary, GB also, memory also vary, RAM. So accordingly, if you need the like a specifications like parallelly CPU can increase, RAM can increase. If I choose general type, so usually we can use this in web servers. Okay, the families are here: T2 series, T series, and M series. Okay, T and M series family type. Okay, so here web servers, balanced loads. But 99% we are choosing general purpose only in the real time also. Okay, for web servers and application servers, database is a different again. Okay, database is different. Any doubts on general purpose? No, right? Okay, Next, CPU based optimizer type. CPU based optimizer type. So the application may depends where more CPUs. Okay, more CPUs. Let's suppose, guys, there is a application. Okay, that application need a more performance. Definitely, we should provide more compute power units, right? At that time, no need to increase RAM. Only depends on the more CPUs. RAM, where we can use RAM more if we want to deal multiple applications in one time, right? If I'm just opening 6-7 applications in my laptop or mobile, RAM should support each application required memory, right? But in the CPU case, if the one applications or few application depends on more compute unit, in that case, we can choose CPU base. Clear? Let's suppose there is an application is running in your server. The application required more compute unit, more compute power. Let's say gamings. If you play any PUBG game or different games, we need a more compute power to get more performance. At that time, we can choose CPU base. Clear? CPU based instance type. Just concentrate here only. No need to more focus on that. In interest, they will ask what type of instances are there. You just call out these 5 types and just we can give the very high level about these types. No need to go very deep into that level. Okay. Okay. So C type, C series. I will share you in the Telegram. There is a table. If you want to more, go in the depth. Okay. C series. Example. More compute performance required type applications. Example, gaming and large data sets. Large data sets. Okay, you can consider database applications also. Okay. Okay. It's a C series. Okay. Yeah, update from Shyam. So Linux classes is going to start from 4th October, 6 p.m. Okay. If anyone want to learn Linux the free of cost, you can join with this link. Okay. Clear? Okay. Even I also just going to show you that required commands, required things for in the Linux for AWS only. Okay. Next, memory optimizer type. In that case, so in this case, just I'm giving CPUs are more with same RAM. CPUs and RAM both are depends. In the general purpose. In the CPU base, CPUs are more with same RAM. Now, RAM type, memory optimizer type. It's nothing but RAM optimizer type of instance. So M series. Sorry, R series. So here, we know that more RAM is required, less CPUs is fine. In that case, we can use memory optimized type of instance, right? If you want to, if you are in this server, you are having a multiple applications. If you want to work with multiple applications, your server should support the RAM, right? In that case, we are choosing memory optimized type. If your server is hosting multiple applications, if you want to access those multiple applications, your RAM should support the EC2 instance, right? So right or not? In that case, RAM should support multiple applications should run in the same time, and that time RAM should be more. Okay. In that case, we are using memory optimized type. See, in general, in our laptops or mobiles, we can see only general purpose, right? And you know, the recent laptops, I'm not saying recent, there is a graphic card. What is that? Anyone knows? Graphic card they are giving. High configurations laptops. Then what is that? Support. If you can see in that case, these laptops, high speed laptops, it should support gaming kind of laptops. So if you can just purchase that type of laptop with graphic card, the performance and everything is more. Okay. High CPUs, high RAM, and everything is support for any game. Okay. So kind of like they can provide CPUs, RAMs. It can vary. Same kind of in AWS also. If you want to work with more memory, if you want to work more CPUs, or if you want to work more balance loads, just you can choose type of instance. That is the main agenda. Okay. Okay. R series supports multiple applications. Okay. Since it supports more RAM with same CPU. Don't confuse. CPUs are constant in that case. RAM may more. Same kind in CPUs. CPU based optimization. CPUs are more with same RAM. Okay. Database. Here also we are using database kind of applications. Big data. Okay. Now you can write here more RAM with same CPU. Next, storage type. Storage is nothing but what in the server? What is that? If I'm just talking about storage in the server, what is that? Hard disk, right? Hard disk. If you, yes, it's kind of applications, Ashwin. Okay. If you are developing an application, it's required more compute unit. See, let's suppose, I will tell you after that. Okay. Your question, I will give the answer to you. Storage type. H and G series. Okay. So no need to remember these types of series. Okay. Just I'm writing only, but main you should understand in the storage type, we'll get a high size of the hard disk, and memory type will get a more memory. CPU guess will get a more CPUs. General purpose CPUs and memory can vary parallelly. That's we can understand only. That's it. Storage type. So server, if required more storage, we can prefer storage type. That's it. Storage type server instance. It should support Okay. Example, data warehouse. So in this case, if there is an application, the dependencies are more. Okay. Dependencies, when I say dependencies are more, it requires more storage. Let's suppose in your laptop, hard disk is there, right? What is the main usage of hard disk? To storage. Okay. If you download any applications from the internet, okay, the required libraries and everything can store on your hard disk only, not on RAM, right? RAM is for temporary storage to give the access to work your application from the CPU, but by using CPU from the hard disk, right? So if the same thing, if the applications they're hosting in the EC2 server, those applications, the dependencies is more. We should give them more storage, right? In that case, we can choose storage type is optimized instance. Okay. Yes. So the data warehouse, when I'm saying data warehouse, if you are dealing with the data warehouse applications into the server, we just store bulk amount of data, right? Tables and everything. Those can store into this in the hard disk in our laptop. In the same case, in the AWS instance, it can store into the EBS volume. I can just discuss in the coming classes what is EBS volume. It's kind of hard disk only. Next, accelerated type. So just now I have discussed accelerated type is nothing but graphic card they can give, right? That kind of thing is accelerated type. So more performance. Okay, more performance, more CPUs, everything is just I'm talking about everything is more. Okay, there is no compromise anything. Everything is more. Just example, H series. More performance. In point of all CPU based CPU and RAM and storage. Okay. So example is machine learning, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Okay. So for machine learning process, we are using this accelerated type of instances. Clear till here? These are completely theory, guys. Okay. But in real time, we are just work with only general purpose always. General purpose always. Okay. CPU base, memory optimized base, storage type, accelerated type, and sorry, here also I'm writing H series. Huh? This is F series. F and P series. Okay. Okay. So if you know the concept of RAM, how it will work, if you know the concept of CPUs, how it will work, if you know the concept of operating system, how it will work. If you know these three concepts, you can easily understand this concept. All right. Now question is for someone. Sir, small doubt. In CPU based optimization type, if we can increase the CPU, RAM will support. Is there any dependencies? CPU and RAM? Ashwin? The CPU, what is the process of CPU, guys? What it does? Experience, guys? We discussed in the very first class or second class. How it will work? Anyone? Experience, guys? Load app to RAM, right? Load app to RAM. Okay, this is definition is right. Very high level definition is right. If the request will come from clients or other clients, the request will first reach to where? CPUs, not RAM directly. CPU collect your request and the required dependencies take from the hard disk and send it into the RAM. Now RAM will work with that application. It will communicate with you and your application. Okay. If the RAM is there or not, there is no job to do CPU. Okay. CPU always give request to RAM. If the RAM will support, it will work. If the RAM will not support, it won't work, pays busy. We will face that issue. Okay. RAM cannot monitor, maybe RAM busy, so I'm not doing my job. It's not like that. CPU always take the request from the internet or clients. It will redirect into the RAM. Okay. If the RAM busy, you will just experience the page are always loading. If you can see in the mobiles or laptops, if you're opening the multiple applications, if the RAM may busy, the next application, it will get like a page always loading. The reason is RAM always occupied with whatever memory is there on the RAM. If it is a 1 GB already occupied with multiple applications. If you want to open new application, you should close existing application. Indirectly, you should clear the RAM. Right? So always if you are not getting the page, what you will do, just clear the cookies and caches and history. Then nothing but you are giving the clearance about in the RAM. Okay. Now RAM is ready for 1 GB. Again, you can open the applications. Okay. Again, whatever applications, if you are opening 10 application, each application is 10 MB RAM, 10 MB RAM. So 10 into 10, 100. So the 100 MB RAM already occupied with 10 applications. If you want to open 11th application, you should close any existing application to clear 10 MB RAM for 10 MB application. The reason is CPU always take your request and give to RAM. If the RAM already busy, you won't get the page, what you're trying to open. Okay. So in that case, what I'm trying to say, so if you want to work with more application, in that case, you can choose memory optimized type instance. You will get a more RAM. Okay. So CPU will give the request. RAM always you just selected more type of RAM. So you are accessing multiple applications. And next question, next CPU base. So that take the response from the client and give to the RAM. If the one CPU is there, the response you will get 1 second. If the same request, if you 3 CPUs 4 CPUs are using, you will get from less than 1 second the request. Though nothing but more CPU means more verification into your libraries, required libraries. Okay. Next, storage type. So all are going to store into your hard disk, right? If your hard disk or more size means you can access multiple libraries, multiple applications. You can download it. Accelerated type. Accelerated type is nothing but it always talk about not 1 CPU, 1 RAM. It will get you 8 CPUs like that 64 GB RAM. The starting it will start from accelerated type only. Don't expect from accelerated type 1 GB RAM, 1 CPU. The initial, whatever you are choosing the initial class also, you will get more CPU, more RAM to quick response for your instance. Okay, your server. On general purpose, you can vary the CPUs and RAM parallel for balanced workloads. When I say balanced workloads, same CPU, balanced CPU, balanced RAM. We are not expecting more RAM. We are not expecting more CPUs. Clear? Any doubts, anyone? If you have any doubts, do let me know so that I will draw one architecture and I will explain again that process, how CPU, the collect the response and everything. But no one will ask to explain how CPU work in the interview. Okay. If you know 10 years experience helps of how operating system will work, may they confuse. Definitely. Ask them to draw operating system architecture. What? Operating system, there is architecture, I don't know. Okay. Clear what I'm saying? Okay. Guys, one question to you. So we have a hard disk, right? But HDD and SSD, what is the difference? What is the difference? The both are disks only, na? Both are disks. Both are disks. It's a HDD, SSD. Both are in same shapes now. Then what is the different? Huh? That we know. SSD high performance. Then what is the reason? Speed, performance, loading, and everything. What is the reason? Hard drive is magnetic disk. What about SSD? What about SSD? Yes, correct, Sohail. You are correct. What about SSD? Anyone from online or offline? Flash? Okay, little. Okay, next. Flash memory. See, guys. So, yes, very good. This is the correct. HDD is the old pattern. It's keep magnetic. Okay, SSD chip label. So, if the hard disk, whatever, if I'm asking some request to hard disk, okay, hard disk will give what I'm asking. First, verify the, for example, hard disk contain 100 files. 100 files. I'm asking one file to hard disk. Just you can consider I'm a CPU. So some X person asking information to you, hard disk, can you give the response to them? What is that? CPU will give. He's asking for X file. Oh, X file, immediately CPU verify, ask to hard disk verify all the files and give to X file, right? Definitely hard disk verify 100 files and give to X file, right? So the verification process in the HDD, whatever the process they are calling magnetic process, it will take more consume. Okay, now chip based. So whatever it will ask, the whatever the reading process is, there is a very quick process. Okay, no need to verify every file. Based on the code chip, it will verify your file and it will give back to you. Okay, so the whatever the structure is there in the HDD and SSD, both are different. Okay, the based on the structure, it will give the output to you. So kind of accordingly, everything there is a own job, general purpose CPU based memory opt storage accelerator. Based on the usage, we are going to opt. Clear? Sir, why can't you see? One quick question to you. If the application is there, it will support 1 GB RAM, 1 CPU. How can I say? In your laptop, you are choosing, right? 8 GB is fine. Mobile 8 GB is fine. I'm just doing the every day I'm playing with games. In that case, it won't support for minimum configurations. You just go with accelerations. You know the right what job you want to do. No, I need to just keep the photos in the safe place. Just I'm doing the activities, checking the mails and Word. This kind of things, no need to go for CPU based. I just need minimum configurations. Just I'm doing the save the files and doing the activities in the my Word and Excel only. But I just work with coding. Coding is nothing but if you're typing something, the code will work in the back end. So in that case, definitely CPUs are required more. A RAM is required more. Hard disk is required more. So according to your job, you are selecting your choose a correct laptop in the market, right? Same thing in this case also, based on your work, based on the application, what client is saying, based on that, you should choose the correct type of instance. Okay. So what I'm trying to say here, we have a five type of EC2 instances are there since, but we are using general purpose only for regular usage, 90%. But what about database? Database, just remind me guys, while we are discussing the database, there also type will come. But in that case, we're unable to see all types. The reason is we are able to see only database related type only. We just simply select that instance, we can start the work. But in this case, web server, we are just dealing with EC2's web server and everything are there. Whatever type you require, we can choose. But if you just go with the database, if you are go to learn in the database, in that case, what are the types is required to work with database? Those only we are able to see. Simply you can select. Okay, no need to compare with all those things. So if I can say here, general purpose database is not support. At that case, you can just choose C series or R series. And again, C series, R series, we have a 10 types of there according to CPU and RAM. For example, T2 micro is there. T2 micro, T2 medium, T2 nano, T2 small, T2 large is there. Thus, according to type will change, the CPU's RAM will change, right? So we can choose how much space, how many RAM is required, how much RAM is required, how many CPUs are required. According to we can choose. Okay, clear what I'm trying to say? Okay. Okay, guys, just take a screenshot. Okay. Even I will share today all the screenshots into Telegram. Don't worry. Okay. Done. Okay, guys. Next topic. So if you can choose here the type. So we always work with T2 micro only, free tier eligible. Okay, free tier eligible. Don't go directly the platform, they are giving all the types. If you can go here, C file large, 6 CPUs, 32 GB RAM. So we'll get a more bill. Okay, don't go with that. Okay, next concept. So no need to do any lab on types, right? Just choose right type. That's it. In the EC2 instance types. But we can understand one thing, guys. I'll just write here one point. Sorry. Okay. Now, increasing the type, decreasing the type. We can do it, right? Do it right or not? Just for example, T2 micro, T2.micro is there. What is this? RAM? 1 GB. 1 CPU. Okay. So my ECD is working. Working with this both. Okay. Now I want to increase the RAM. What I can do? What I can do to increase the RAM or increase the size? CPUs or what? I need just 2 CPUs, 2 GB RAM. 2 CPUs and 2 GB RAM now. What I can do now? What I can do, anyone? Auto scaling. What is what? What it will do auto scaling, guys? What? Does auto scaling is increase the server size of the server? Add or delete? Are increasing the number of servers or decreasing the number of server? Don't call server. May you confuse. Auto scaling is something different. We can add or we can remove the servers in the scale. But what I'm asking here? Here, this is my server already running with T2 micro, 1 GB RAM and 1 CPU RAM. 1 CPU. T2 micro will support 1 GB RAM, 1 CPU, right? Now I need 2 CPUs, 2 GB RAM. What I can do? So I can choose T2 medium, right? 2 CPUs, maybe 2 GB RAM is there, 4 GB RAM. Okay, no problem. Okay, if the more than as our requirement, there is no harm to us, right? So can I choose this T2 medium here? So indirectly what I'm doing here, changing the type. How we can increase the change the RAM and CPU if anyone asks by changing the type of instance, right? Where should I increase? Just come to instance type and change it. Sir, already instance is running. Yes, instance is running. Go to instances. Click on your instance. Go to actions, instance settings, change instance type. Okay, now here working is T2 micro, right? What I'm going to do here, I'm going to change T2 X large or T2 medium or T2 nano. Instance settings, change instance type, T2 micro to whatever you need, you can change it. So indirectly we'll get more CPUs, more RAM or not by changing the size. So T2, I'm just go to nano or T2 macro or T2 nano, whatever. So these many series are there in that. So we can choose required thing. Okay. So I'm just changing T2, T3 small, apply. Okay. This is an, see T3 small is there. Let's suppose I'll just start the mission, start the instance now. Okay. Start the instance. It's running now with the T3 small. Now I want to change T2 X large. Is it possible now? How many are agree to, is it possible or not? Now I want to change next size. Subrat saying no. What about others? So if you can understand, already we discuss where, which scaling, is it comes under horizontal scaling or vertical scaling? So do say I'm talking about only one server, right? I'm not creating one more server. I'm talking about one server. Is it comes under horizontal scaling or vertical scaling? Vertical scaling. Vertical scaling, what is the drawback? At the time, I told you guys, if you choose vertical scaling, we should stop the mission and increase the size, right? In the production, that's the reason we are not recommended to go with vertical scaling. Always we are recommended horizontal scaling, right? If you needed 2 CPUs, 2 GB RAM, instead of increasing the size, you can add one more T2 micro EC2 instance in the scaling, right? So in that case, you should host one more application in that EC2. But here, our main priority is high availability, no breakdown, no compromise. If I stop and start, see, let's suppose my EC2 is running now. I'm going to change my instance type now. I'm trying to change my instance type. See, this option is grayed out here. Clear? It's not working. See, in your real case also in your laptop, if you want to increase the size, is not possible while laptop is running, right? You should stop everything they can remove and do it. RAM is not RAM and CPU. How can you increase in the fly? It's not possible, right? So in the reason it's not possible. So definitely you can understand if anyone asks, so how to change instance type, we should stop the mission and go to settings and increase or decrease the size. Okay, it is called vertical scaling. Okay, so we should stop mission first. Stop EC2 and change type of EC2. Clear? Okay. Next, pricings. Just I will finish it in 15 minutes. Tomorrow we are going to do the lab on pricings. Okay. EC2 pricing. Okay, so we learn type of EC2 instance, right? So based on the performance, based on the application, what you are going to access into this, what you are going to host into the server. So based on the requirement, you can choose the type, right? Same like that in EC2 pricing also, we have a different tariffs. Based on the usage, you can choose the tariff, right? Sir, why they are giving these many types of things? Definitely, they should understand everything, everyone in their mind, right? Maybe some people may ask, I need only more memory. No, you just stick on general purpose. No, I know not required for more CPUs. Why should I pay for more CPUs since I need only RAM? Same thing. I need only CPUs. I don't want more RAM. Why should I pay for RAM cost here? So keeping them in their minds, so that they're giving so many variations, right? In the types. Same thing pricing also. I'm not going to pay this much of amount for my small usage. So kind of so many variations, so many scenarios based on that we can divide it few types of pricing models. Okay, what are those? One is default pricing. Very important. This topic is very important. Or on demand. Very general topic, very easy topic. Okay, on demand. Next, reserved. Next, spot type. Next, dedicated host. Okay, online is this font size and everything is clear? Premise. Okay, it's fine to everyone, right? My voice and screen and everything is fine, right? Just I'm checking. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys. So default pricing, on-demand pricing, reserved, spot type, dedicated host. We have a different types of pricings in AWS. Okay, I'm just talking about EC2 pricing in the AWS now. Okay, so before that, I'll just check here. Free tier also there, right? For us, free tier. So we'll get 750 hours, guys. 750 hours. Duration. On free tier. Okay, on free tier. So if you just utilize 750 hours to work with EC2. Okay. It's not sign in, sign out base. I will just explain now, right? Okay. Start, stop, terminate modes. EC2 modes. Okay. Start mode, stop mode, terminate mode. Okay. Okay. Just if you start a EC2 mission or launch a EC2 mission, it's running right at that time. No need to start. No need to start again. If you launch an EC2 instance, immediately it's going to start mode. If you launch EC2, so it's going to start mode, right? Okay. So if you start now, let's suppose time is 8:30. Okay. 8:30 a.m. So from 8:30 a.m. your billable will start from 8:30. Okay. Now you stop mission. At 8:45 a.m. Okay. 8:45 a.m. You should pay 15 minutes only. Okay, per second mode. That is called we should pay 15 minutes only. 15 minutes only. Per second. So calculate per second. Okay. So actually in the early days, how it will work, how it will work, if you start immediately, the default tariff is for 1 hour. Okay, if you start 8:30 and if you stop 8:45, even though you should pay 8:30 to 9:30, it's a minimum billable is for 1 hour. If you work with only 10 seconds or 15 seconds, in that case, many people raise the request. If I just start the mission and stop the mission, I should pay 1 hour bill. So after considering those requests, AWS is changed this tariff in 2007, I think 17 or 14. So they changed per hour to per second. Okay. So we should pay 60 seconds as a default tariff instead of 1 hour. If you can see here, even if you start a mission, if you stop a mission, it will take 1 minute. Definitely. No need to pay for 2. No, I will pay 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Is it possible? Why I need to pay 1 minute? Then you can start mission, stop mission. You just tell me how much time it will take. After that, definitely he or she agree. Oh, it's taking for at least 2 minutes to start mission, stop mission. Okay, I'm ready to give even nanoseconds tariff also, but your mission, it will take time to start and stop at least 1 minute. Then why I need to provide for nanoseconds? If I provide, but no one can use that, right or not? So if you start or stop to change these modes, at least time will take 1 minute, right? So we should pay at least 1 minute tariff at the time. Okay. So that nothing but we should pay only per second tariff. Okay. If you use 15 minutes now, so in your case, instead of 750 hours, we have a 749 hours. Maths. 714 hours. 45 minutes, guys. Right? 15 minutes already done, right? Like that we can calculate. Okay. No. If I run 5 instance, the T2 micro, definitely we should calculate into 5, right? Don't consider if I'm running 10 servers, 15 minutes for only, don't consider for 15 minutes tariff. You just calculate into number of servers into time. Is this clear, everyone? So far? Any doubts? Very good. 749.4. Already Ashwin given, I didn't check. Okay. So earlier 1 hour mode is there. If you just start and stop the mission, immediately 1 hour tariff is done. So 759, 749 is done only. So in that case, by learning time, whatever the free tier is there, they're gone in only 10 days. Oh, but now we can utilize in the 2 months if you're dedicatedly work with efficient way. Is this clear? Anyone has any doubts in this? Okay. Can we jump on here now? Okay, leave it now. This is free tier completely. Okay. Okay. Now I'm talking about in general view. This is terminate. There is no bill, right? Okay, I forget to tell, right? Terminate is permanently deleted. No need to pay bill, right? Permanently deleted, right? No need to pay any bill. Okay, no need to pay any bill. What about stop? If you stop a mission, do I need to pay bill? But in stop mode also, we should pay bill for volume, not for running cost. What is the volume? Storage. What is that? Hard disk. Okay. So if you stop a mission where they are giving allocating of storage, right? Hard disk, we should pay for a hard disk amount, hard disk price. Okay, it's very less compared to in start mode. Okay. So stop mode. Billing apply on volume only. Okay. Okay. So best practice, if you are launching any instance, if you are doing any work with that, just stop it. Okay. And after that, your work done, just terminate it. Don't keep on running these things. Clear? Okay. Yes. Shutting down. In this case, shut down. So everything gone. Stop is nothing but just sleep mode you can consider. Okay. Okay, guys. Next. I'll just give a high level introduction about these 4. We don't have much time, already 8:41. So I will take 5 minutes of your time and just give the brief about 4 types. Tomorrow we can discuss each and every tariff in brief. Okay. So default pricing is nothing but is on-demand pricing. Why is calling on-demand pricing is nothing but if I want to just whatever we are doing, I just want to create an estimation in AWS that is comes under on-demand. I can create, I can delete at any time. Okay. At any time is nothing but no need to wait for any specific time. There is no any future plans, whatever. There is no any plans. I need instance right away. Just go and log in AWS account, just launch the EC2 instance. After done your work, you just delete the EC2 instance. These are comes under on demand. So I have a demand at this time so that I'm going to create an instance. This comes under on demand pricings. Okay. The pricing can apply default tariff. Yes. Okay. So this is pay as you go now. How much time you spend with this instance, how much time you use this instance, you just pay and delete your mission. This is comes under on demand. When demand is there, you just launch instance and delete it. You should pay if it is a 15 minutes, if it is a half an hour, if it is a 4 hours. But if the requirement is for 1 hour, don't go with on demand. So if the requirement is for 1 year, you know the requirement first 1 year is required. So you know the future plan, right? 1 year this instance I need. Then why you go with default pricing? Right? What I'm trying to say. So I need a EC2 instance for 1 year. Definitely plan is there, right? I have a plan for 1 year. So I have so much of usage in that server. My team is going to check the applications in this server in development mode or testing mode. My team is developing few tools or few applications. They should check with the application. They need an environment, right? So they're just checking EC2 missions. It's a server, right? They can log in and check the application work or not. For that, I have a plan for 1 year. I'm not talking about production. Production always available, not 1 year, 2 year. Always when website is working, always the server will available. Okay, that is production. But so in my case, I need a server for 1 year. In that case, I can choose a reserved for 1 year or 3 years. So definitely, if the mission is running 1 year in on-demand price or reserved price, definitely reserved price is 75% less compared to on-demand price. The both are same working and everything is same. So if you have a future plan, if you have a good idea about your server, your future usage, you just choose with reserved. You will get a 75% discount on on-demand price, right? So if the meaning is you are saying to AWS, I'm using this server for 1 year so that they can plan the backend for 1 year based on your request. But here you are not saying anything to AWS provider. Simply you're going on just usage. AWS don't know, you just go on login, right? Just launch mission, right? For on-demand, they're always giving to few resources to everyone. You are using the resources without intimating to AWS, right? So see guys, if you are giving rent to some people, what you are saying? Definitely you just inform to before 3 months or 2 months, you just intimate me so that I can allocate to other persons, right? The reason is information. No, immediately I will go, even though you should pay the amount, right? As per your agreement, the reason is they need a time for other person to give rent. What you can understand this too, without intimation, prior knowledge, without future planning, if you choose an EC2 instance, you should pay on-demand price. If you have a future plans, if you have a good idea about your work, you just go with reserved. If you are paying here $100, you can pay in the reserved only $20. The reason is you are intimating to AWS so that they are doing backend work to give server for 1 year. But here there is no information. They are not giving any information to AWS. So that's the reason they keep on giving to you. If you are using or not, they should give. Okay. So any doubts on these two, on demand and reserve? You just compare with your real environment, real scenarios. Both are the same. Any doubts? So here, what you should understand here, 72% you will get the discount on demand price. Okay. We will get on demand price. Okay. Let's suppose 100 rupees. Okay. We should pay here 28 rupees. Okay. So we can reserve for 1 year or 3 years. There is no other slots like 2 years, 4 years. It's only 2 slots, 1 or 3. 1 or 3 years reserved. Here, is there any time period as a default? No. When the demand is there, you just go and log in, you can use it. We don't know. On demand is nothing but we don't know how much time they can use with this EC2 instance. If the requirement done, immediately they can terminate the instance, right? That comes under default. There is no future plans. I will discuss tomorrow in the deep. Just concentrate. Next, spot. Spot type is nothing but, so it's a 90% will just discount here. 90% discount will get here. Will get on demand price. Okay, but these are chargeable, guys. Reserved, spot. If there is no in the free tier, okay, free tier eligible. If you reserve for 1 year, automatically, so 750 hours done in 1 minute. Don't do that. Huh? Just I will show you tomorrow how to do that in the labs. But all the process is same. If I choose reserved, the instance is dedicatedly work for you 1 year. That's it only. But process, creation, everything is same. So we are doing the free tier. Okay, that is on demand. Right, on demand. There is no future plan. That just installing the server and doing the activities and terminating the instance. That is comes under free tier here. But free tier are calculating 750 hours. In the on demand, if you are using one hour, 2 or 3 hours, it's going to deduct from the 750 hours. If I reserve for 1 year, so 1 year, how many hours? Okay, something. Okay, something hours. So those hours can deduct from 750 hours. Okay, so since 750 is more than 1 year, it's less than 1 year hours, you should pay reverse to AWS if you choose for 1 year. Don't do that. Huh? Okay, now what about spot? 8760 Bharat. So deduct 8760 from 750. 8710. Is it right? No, 8100, right? 8100, right? So we should pay to AWS if you choose for reserved. Okay, don't do that. Huh? Okay, leave about. Spot instance is nothing but, guys, so 90% how you are getting the benefit, it's a bidding kind of options, auctioning. Okay, for example, I need a EC2 mission in Mumbai region, T2 micro. You just go with auctioning. If T2 micro is available on spot tariff, they will allocate you. Otherwise, you won't get it. So here the confirmation resource is very less. But here you can choose whatever type. But here, whatever your requirement is there on the spot tariff, there is no confirmation. May the availability is there on the spot tariff, T2 micro or T3 micro or M large, whatever. If the available, they will allocate you. Okay, it comes under auctioning. Okay, sir, why we are getting 90% discount in the spot? How they are giving? Everything we can discuss in tomorrow. Okay, and same dedicated host also I'm going to discuss tomorrow. This two. First, I'll start from again default reserved and I'll just cover spot and dedicated. Okay, so dedicated host is nothing but just very high level like spot. Dedicated host is nothing but dedicatedly they will give just entire host mission to you. You can launch number of instance on that host. There is no sharing option. If you can go default reserved spot, one physical host, you should share, you want whatever other people share the VM, whatever the things. But if a dedicated host, dedicatedly allocate you, no one can come and share your resource. Okay, so if you want to understand this concept, you should know virtualization first. Anyone knows what is virtualization here? Virtualization, anyone knows? Anyone online experienced people? What is virtualization? No, right? So tomorrow I'm going to start first virtualization. After that, I will cover spot and dedicated host. Okay, that's the reason I'm just holding this thing. If you want to move, so the transformation from the physical mission to virtual mission and the virtual mission to Docker containerization process. We have 3 transformations in real world. If you want to learn a DevOps, first you should understand virtualization concept. Okay, then you can move containerization Docker engine process. Don't go directly Docker. You don't understand anything. Okay, tomorrow don't skip, don't miss the class. It's a very important class in real environment, virtualization concept. I will show the lab regarding virtualization in the end of the session, like end of my all classes. Linux is also, we get the videos. I don't know about this. Can you please talk to Imran? Join the one class, Imran, and talk to him. Okay. I have already shared the link here. You just log in through the Linux classes from October 4th. If you want to learn Linux in administration level, you can just join the classes. Okay. Okay. Anyone has any doubts from online and offline? Are we good now? Labs ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు, జస్ట్ థియరీలో ఉన్నాం. Labs ఇంకా స్టార్ట్ చేయలేదు, థియరీలో ఉన్నాం. You can announce it. And online also, just I'm announcing one thing again and again. So guys, if you stuck anywhere, the labs, especially labs, we have a dedicated mentors in Naresh IT. So we have a two modes of helping in the online and offline also. If offline people, you can come institute and sit together, you can complete your labs. They will give support to you if you are stuck anywhere. In the online also, they share the links. You can join the class. You will take help from them and complete your labs. Okay. And labs, I am also going to training you, but I am not available. If you have any doubt at that time, they are all available. Okay. You just utilize the resources. Clear? Online and offline. No payments for anything. Whatever you pay, that's it. For Linux and support and everything. Okay. Okay, the timings is 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. On daily basis, you should just bring your laptops and sit and complete your tasks. Clear? Utilize the resource. If you are free, just come here and complete it. Clear? Any doubts? No. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye to everyone. Just take this screenshot also. I will share it today in the Telegram link, all those screenshots. Okay. Okay, guys. See you. Bye.